Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hey there, PC Gaming Pulse crew. It's time to dive into the latest news from the world of gaming. I'm Niall Walsh here, and today we're talking about Subnautica 2, the highly anticipated sequel to that huge indie hit. Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't this game still a ways off? And you're right, with an early 2025 release window, but what's even more surprising is how reasonable the system requirements are. That's right, folks, Subnautica 2 doesn't demand the most powerful hardware out there. You can still run it on an NVIDIA GeForce GTX GPU, which is pretty impressive considering the original game ran like a beast on much higher-end gear. So, if your gaming PC only just about made it through the first Subnautica, you're going to need some upgrades, but they won't break the bank. Now, let's take a look at the system requirements for Subnautica 2. The minimum specs are a bit more aggressive than we expected, with an Intel Core i5-8400 or AMD Ryzen 5 2600 CPU, and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 or AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT GPU. And here's the thing, 8 GB of RAM is all you'll need. That's right, folks, it's getting rarer for games to demand just 8 GB. So, if you want to future-proof your gaming PC, upgrading to some of the best gaming RAM isn't a bad idea. But what about the recommended specs? Well, they're even more straightforward than the minimum requirements. You'll need an Intel Core i7 13700 or AMD Ryzen 7 7700X paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 or AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT. And again, just like the minimum specs, 8 GB of RAM is all you'll need. Now, I know what you're thinking, where are the performance targets? Unfortunately, we don't have any numbers on that front yet, but rest assured, PC Gaming Pulse will be keeping a close eye on this and bringing you updates as soon as they become available. One last thing to note is that the download size for Subnautica 2 is still a relatively small 25 GB, just 5 GB more than the original. And while there's no mention of needing an SSD at either tier, trust us, one of the best SSDs for gaming would be a wise investment. So, if you're excited about Subnautica 2 and want to stay on top of all the latest news and updates, be sure to follow PC Gaming Pulse. We've got daily PC games news, reviews, and guides, as well as our vibrant community Discord server where you can chat with members of the team and fellow readers.